day mga katuyot. Ito tayo ngayon, pabiyahe ng Cuyapo, Nueva Ecija. At ang driver natin, si Paring Emil Godilos. Ang ating generous na host, Paring Emil, back to you. Ito mga katuyot, konting trivia na naman tayo. Nueva Ecija. Nueva Ecija is the biggest rice producer in Central Luzon and in the Philippines, thus often referred to as the rice bowl of the Philippines. Now, what is Nueva Ecija known for? The answer is rice granary. Nueva Ecija is recognized as the rice granary of the Philippines because it led the production of the nation's staple food during the 20th century. Nueva Ecija is a province in the Philippines situated in the Central Luzon region, occupying the central section of Luzon. Its capital is the city of Palayan. Mga katuyot, sabi nga sa It's More Fun in the Philippines, explore Nueva Ecija. Nueva Ecija was named by the Spanish colonizer after the city in Ecija, Spain. Its indigenous name such as Pinagbanaan, meaning the place where the arrow hit, defining pre-colonial artistry in archery in that area. But it was abolished and changed by the government during the post-colonial period after World War II, sparking outrage from scholars and indigenous communities. Nevertheless, the name change of some municipalities into colonial names during the post-colonial period was continued by the national government. The province had not always been devoted to rice production and was in fact considered a frontier area throughout most of its history. In 1896, Nueva Ecija became one of the first provinces to revolt against the Spanish rule and one of the provinces which declared its independence in 1898. Paborito ko. Okay. Salamat na. Kaya sa dalog nyo? 180 sa isang kilo. Una yung bawat doon? Malakasan? Balilay, kangka na. Kwento mo naman ako about Central Luzon. Since ang Nueva Ecija ay nasa Central Luzon, tell me about it.
Central Luzon, designated as Region 3, is an administrative region in the Philippines, primarily serving to organize the 7 provinces of the vast central plains of the island of Luzon, for administrative convenience. The region contains the largest plain in the country, and produces most of the country's rice supply, earning itself the nickname Rice Granary of the Philippines. Its provinces are Aurora, Bataan, Bulacan, Nueva Ecija, Pampanga, Tarlac, and Zambales.
Yes mga katuyot, dito tayo ngayon sa Apolinario Mabini Masonic Lodge 235. Shoutout nga pala sa mga dads, Masons, Job's Daughters, Rainbow, at sa mga Brad Demole. Balileng, what is Masonic Temple?
A Masonic temple or Masonic hall is, within Freemasonry, the room or edifice where a Masonic lodge meets. Masonic temple may also refer to an abstract spiritual goal and the conceptual ritualistic space of a meeting.
Mga katuyot, ano nga ba ang Nueva Ecija? Ang Nueva Ecija comes from a Spanish word Nueva Ecija, New Ecija, from Ecija, city in Seville, Spain.
Would you like me to continue?
Continue.
Current name of the region is in reference to its position on the large island of Luzon. The term was coined by American colonialists after the defeat of the First Philippine Republic. There have been proposals to rename the current Central Luzon region into the Luzon's region. The proposed name is in reference to the old name of Luzon Island, Lusos, which was later used to refer to the central area of the island, stretching from Pagasinan in the north, all the way to Pampanga in the south. The term Lusos literally translates into Luzons. The region of Central Luzon is located north of Manila, the nation's capital. Bordering it are the regions of Ilocos and Cagayan Valley to the north, National Capital Region, Calabarzon and the waters of Manila Bay to the south, South China Sea to the west, and the Philippine Sea to the east.
Sa maliwanag ng panahon, sir, tingnan mo yung saan yung araw natin.
Tama na dito sa vlog.
Bamba, alam mo nung tagalawin.
Ganda mukha talaga ni Kuya. Nangingi naman natin. Di ba mas mahal pag kayong nasa bandang parting gitna na?
Hindi, mas mahal tong buntot at saka panga.
Pang pang sasimin.
Oo.
Matapos ang masayang inumang kagabi, ito na naman tayo, back to vlogging. Nandito ang inyong bulol na vlogger. Teneng! Once again, good morning mga KaTuyot. Welcome to Cuyapo, Nueva Ecija. Sa mga KaTuyot kung mahilig sa talpakan, ito na. Nag-load na ba kayo? Kamusta ang laman ng GCash? Cash out na! Para naman sumaya si Mrs. Ayan. Tapos tayo magkape, mamasyal muna tayo sa paligid-ligid. Baka naman. Ayan mga KaTuyot, kitang-kita nyo, jeep na, rice milling machine pa. Ang gagaling ng Pinoy, di ba? Rice milling machine. The basic objective of a rice milling system is to remove the husk and the bran layer and produce an edible white rice kernel that is sufficiently milled and free of impurities, depending on the requirement of the customer. The rice should have a minimum number of broken kernels. If only the husk is removed, then the brown rice is the product. If the rice is further milled or polished, then the bran layer is removed to reveal the white rice. Immediate dressing reduces the exposure of crop to insects, birds, and rodents, disease, and mold. Crop that is piled over a period of time generates heat that will serve as an ideal medium for growth of molds, disease, and pests.
Rice is the seed of the grass species Oryza sativa or less commonly Oryza glaberrima. The name wild rice is usually used for species of the genera Zizania and Porteresia, both wild and domesticated, although the term may also be used for primitive or uncultivated varieties of oryza. Long grain rice is a food which lasts in the fridge for about 4 to 6 days and which can be stored at room temperature. Yes. Growing rice is a delicate process, and even slight adjustments to water and weather could mess with your harvest.
Balileng, ano nga ba ang sakahan?
A paddy field is a flooded field of arable land used for growing semi-aquatic crops, most notably rice and taro. It originates from the Neolithic rice farming cultures of the Yangtze River Basin in southern China, associated with pre-Austronesian and Hmong-Mien cultures. It was spread in prehistoric times by the expansion of Austronesian peoples to islands Southeast Asia including northeastern India, Madagascar, Melanesia, Micronesia, and Polynesia. The technology was also acquired by other cultures in mainland Asia for rice farming, spreading to East Asia, mainland Southeast Asia, and South Asia.
Sosyal naman ang description mo, Day. Balileng, marunong ka ba magtanim ng palay?
To grow rice, start by soaking rice seeds in water for 12 hours so they're ready for planting. Then, plant the seeds in a warm, sunny location for best results. You'll also want to use slightly acidic soil and keep about 2 inches of water flooded on top of your soil to create ideal growing conditions. It will then take about 3 to 4 months at warm temperatures for the rice grains to mature. When it's time to harvest the rice, cut the stalks and allow them to dry naturally for 2 to 3 weeks before baking the grains. The traditional method for cultivating rice is flooding the fields while, or after, setting the young seedlings.
Here, may kambing.
Hello. Kambing ka. Manilo ka, alak ka. Ha? Sungay yan. Kabayo.
Yes.
Balileng, what is kambing, kaldeng, goat?
The domestic goat or simply goat is a domesticated species of goat antelope typically kept as livestock. It was domesticated from the wild goat of Southwest Asia and Eastern Europe. The goat is a member of the animal family Bovidae and the subfamily Caprinae, meaning it is closely related to the sheep. There are over 300 distinct breeds of goat. Did that answer your question?
Sapsapulen ka, sibay mubiyag ko, kankantaan ka, taing kani, at ibagi, agserbiken ka, no, agapay patay bubiyag ko, tumanyaw ka. Taang kalisod, biyag ko anarigat, tiag sapol, babae nga kaayan-ayat, puyat mo kenriga, nga lakamen to'y bagik santo di agmana. Inako idatun to'y napagno nga ayat ko, intuno makita, ni ading ko nasulsulo. Mas laya na naranyag abituin Dijay na sabong isan yata Yak pa'y makagunayin Amang buy-buy
Kalderetang Kambing is popular in provinces and usually served during town fiesta and special occasions. You will need a bit of patience when you cook Kalderetang Kambing using an ordinary cooking pot, but it is worth the wait. You use a pressure cooker to speed up the process.
Kasrusas Dijay piping na Adan tulawaya
The outcome of this adobong kambing recipe in particular is often consumed as an appetizer or pulutan. In the Philippines, there are specialty restaurants or eateries called kambingan that specialize mainly in goat dishes. Goat meat is not for everyone. There are people who do not want goat meat because of its overpowering smell. Removal of the unwanted odor still remains to be the toughest challenge when preparing goat dishes. However, there are some proven techniques that we can apply to lessen, if not neutralize, the strong odor. Boiling the meat with ginger and onions helps lessen the odor of goat meat. You may also soak the meat in vinegar before cooking, same as in Kalderetang Kambing. Sinampalukang Kambing is a hearty sour soup made from goat meat, cooked low and slow until tender with unripe tamarind for sourness and green chili peppers for a kick of spiciness. Also known as up and down, the goat's head for the up and feet and down. Either as a viand or appetizer with an ice-cold beer. It is also believed to help reduce the effect of alcohol intoxication and even relief of hangovers. There are also different methods of cooking the goat meat and skin. If the goat is young, then it can be grilled without boiling it. But if it is 9 months old and above, the meat is already tough and you need to tenderize by boiling the goat meat. You can also grill the goat meat after boiling it before making it into a kalderetang kambing. Malileng, can you tell me something in Tagalog?
Nakikita mo ang magulang mo na hinihingi ang tulong, pero hindi mo naman kayang gawin.
Hayop? Saan mo naman nakuha yun? Paano naman yung issue ng COVID, Malileng?
Bagamat bumababa na ang bilang ng mga aktibong kaso ng COVID-19 sa ating probinsya, mayroon silang mga pangamba, halimbawa dun sa Sinobal yung mabibigyan ng accreditation. Marami liyang mga nag-o-occupy ng mga lugar dito na hindi mayos liyang mga papeles.
Believe na talaga ako sa'yo, Balileng. Ang galing-galing mo. Balileng, what is a farm?
A farm is an area of land that is devoted primarily to agricultural processes, with the primary objective of producing food and other crops. It is the basic facility in food production. The name is used for specialized units such as arable farms, vegetable farms, fruit farms, dairy pig and poultry farms, and land used for the production of natural fiber, biofuel, and other commodities. It includes ranches, feedlots, orchards, plantations and estates, small holdings and hobby farms, and includes the farmhouse and agricultural buildings as well as the land. In modern times, the term has been extended so as to include such industrial operations as wind farms and fish farms, both of which can operate on land or sea.
Hello. Presenting si Junjun. Nagluluto ng aming tuna pa nga. Maya-maya lang, eto na ang alamang. Napakalaking alamang mga katuyot. Balileng, anong gusto mong luto sa alamang?
Okay, for prawns, I recommend coconut prawns from Side Chef. The yellowfin tuna is a species of tuna found in pelagic waters of tropical and subtropical oceans worldwide. Grilled tuna is a food which lasts in the fridge for about 3 to 5 days.
Bahala ka dyan, Balileng. Kain na! A few minutes later.
Puris asa